Well, did you know Arizona is one of the top 10 states in the country for cheaters? Research site EarthWeb ranked Arizona the 7th worst state for infidelity. The findings are from an analysis of nationwide Google searches looking at interest in affair websites, common questions and advice, along with spyware apps. The data revealed people in the Grand Canyon state searched for ways to cheat an average of 15.5 times per month for every 100,000 residents. Yowza! So let's ask the expert what's going on here and what signs can we be on the lookout for with family therapist Julianna Lyddon.
Oh my goodness. I tell you what, well, one of the first things I think is important is to identify kind of this difference between the emotional and the physical affair, because a lot of people think that if you're having an emotional affair, oh, it's not that big of a deal.
It's not cheating.
But it is cheating, because the deal is you're still emotionally entrained, much like a married couple or somebody who's really involved in that deep connection. And it can be just as devastating just because the sexual piece isn't there.
Certainly. So the emotional cheating is still a thing. I know that some of the stats were showing approximately 20% of married men have admitted to having an affair and 13% of married women. So what really can we be looking for as far as signs if someone is moving into that emotional affair? What should we be watching out for?
So here's a good way to look at it. So maybe you're with a colleague or a friend or, just an acquaintance, and all of a sudden you cross that boundary where you start sharing things that really you shouldn't share, maybe personal information, things about your spouse, that kind of stuff. And when that starts to happen, you feel that support from the other person, and it can be a problem.
And that's what starts to spiral. And then I see that here in our bullet points: avoid mentioning the other person. So like when you're with your significant other, you're not really talking about this other colleague or friend or somebody on your softball team or something.
That's right.
Like that.
You stop. Even though you did before, you start kind of holding it close to your, chest there.
Okay.
You don't talk about it
a little more of a
much.
red flag.
Exactly.
Okay, signs for people to notice when their partners may be involved with one of these types of affairs. Is there going to be some obvious signs?
There's going to be a lot of signs. So you're going to notice maybe that they're not communicating with you in the same way, in that deep way. You're going to see a change maybe in behavior. So all of a sudden, maybe they're working out more. Maybe they're liking a different type of music they didn't like, right? Maybe there's some more of this kind of gaslighting. So they're going to be trying to point it to you. Well, you're an awful person, so I'm going to make sure I'm having the effect, that I can do this.
Don't they? That's like Psych 101, right? Like you must be doing something wrong when really you're the guilty party.
That's exactly right. And secrecy. I tell you, you've got to watch those phones. It's like another appendage. I have so many clients that say the person will sleep with their phone, put it under the bed, put it down so it doesn't show up. A lot of things, all the apps that you can hide.
That's so interesting. There's two types of people in the world: the people that put their phone face down and the people that put it face up. And it can be very telling.
Could be very, very telling. So.
We know that, of course, if you do find out or you do suspect, it can be debilitating. It can really just wreck your world. Why is it so hard to accept that this may be happening, and how do you handle it?
Well, this is your person, right? Whether you're married or you're in this long-term relationship, it's killing you. So you want to trust him. So you start thinking you're crazy. And this is really what is so difficult for so many people, because they gaslight and then you feel like you're crazy. You hang in there for a while.
Right, you want to believe nothing's wrong.
Start paying attention to those red flags, and your gut usually knows.
So before we get to viewer questions in our next segment, we do want to know, why is it so difficult to bring up to your partner if you suspect?
Same kind of thing, because they just turn it on you so much. But find the proof. This is the thing. Try to stay as calm as possible and really put your ducks in a row. Start to pay attention to some of these things and get a little bit of it under your belt, so when you come forward, you really have
there's some
proof.
substance. And to put your mind at ease, because if you have no proof, you just have a hunch. Intuition is great, but it might not be enough.
You're exactly right.
Okay.